Good morning, everybody. Right, heading back into London on scooters. Because you know what? It's a fantastic way to keep small children entertained. Plus, it gives me lots of opportunity for pizza and coffee. You might have noticed he's had an upgrade to both his helmet and his scooter. Actually, I had that scooter last time we were in London. The good news is we've finally got a helmet that actually fits him. Yes. We're running a little bit late. Get tired, chicken? We're supposed to be meeting Mark here. Hello.
That is a cool helmet.
I like your bag.
Yes.
Rocking the old solar panel.
Yeah, it's good.
Nice, nice.
It's a good bit of kit.
It is enormously difficult to find the time to actually shoot anything whilst lugging all the scooter and skateboard around and a small red helmeted monkey. So Audi have brought out an electric skateboard, but with a handle.
E-tron. It's in
The e-tron. Wow, they're really imaginative with their names, aren't they?
It's to complement the e-tron, and they brought it out. But it's illegal.
Have they made anything recently that is electric and isn't called e-tron?
Quite cool. It's 4 wheels and a handle.
Bye.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Right, so what's going on with Tesla service then? Because I heard that you weren't going to get any more loaners and you weren't going to be able to book a service in over the phone anymore.
Well, I'm in a loaner, so I can't comment on that. And I did book mine in through the app. I personally found...
Oh, you did do it through the app?
I did it through the app.
How'd that go?
Yeah, it went fine. Yeah. You get a text message back.
Right.
And it was interesting that the text, you know, the reply number.
Yeah.
It was actually a Northampton reply number from the Milton Keynes Service Centre.
Okay.
But you can reply to it and you will get a reply back via text.
Right.
So...
Because I need to book in... I want to book in advance because last year, by the time I could actually get a booking slot to change the wheels on my car, winter was over, so it didn't make any sense.
Tesla always do things different. And in the end, it's normally way better than how it's always been done.
Or if it isn't, they change back.
And the back.
I think we've always been conditioned to pick the phone up, book it in for service, the old-fashioned way. And as humans, we like dealing with humans. Yeah, we like dealing with people.
Well, actually, I just like getting stuff done.
But we also like being efficient.
Yeah, exactly.
And the most efficient way of doing it is open up the app when you like, whenever that window is, book it in, get it sorted.
Provided the booking works well. For example,
you need confidence in that system.
When I book in my wheels, right, because the Tesla credit that I've got will only last 12 months, I want them to put new tyres on the wheels that come off and new tyres on the wheels that go on. And I need to specify all that in advance because if there's no loaner available, I need to only be there for a few hours.
There is a notes section.
Yeah, exactly. So I can't afford to turn up and have them go, oh yeah, no, sorry, we've changed your wheels over, but we don't have any tyres. Don't worry, these ones are legal. At which point I'll be like, oh, okay, that's fine. Just take my $3,000 Tesla referral credit and throw it down the drain. That's basically the problem.
I can't do it.
Oh no. Let me help.
I didn't say, oh yeah.
I didn't. I said, oh no.
Why?
Chin up. Right.
Yeah, so as far as my experience goes, I've had nothing but positivity from it. The other thing I read is the tool is becoming available for curing the yellow banding on the screen.
All right.
Now that can be deployed by rangers, but there's a 2-hour cure window. So what they're thinking, which makes total sense, is rather than send a ranger out and have a ranger literally twiddling his thumbs for 2 hours, it will be a service centre visit. So,
well, I don't have that problem.
No, yes, yellow.
Well,
Yes,
I've got the
yellow.
golden oldie, you know.
Well, on this loaner, I've got a 67 plate, and it is shocking.
the
It is like
lavender.
really
Yeah.
badly yellow. It almost looks like, you know, do you remember in the 70s? We probably don't remember in the 70s where we used to smoke in the offices, and they're all full of nicotine. It looks
yeah.
like it's got nicotine stain right round the
That's no
right round the
good.
screen. It really is that yellow. But
Right. I think we better get him back on the road before he runs
I
out
heard
of
that all it is
patience.
an ultraviolet light that
Daddy,
needs
are we
to
going to the museum?
bleach out.
Oh, okay, that's what they do, is it?
Which makes
That's
sense.
easy.
Yeah, it
Are
makes
we
sense.
going to the museum?
Yeah,
or
we're
what?
going to go to British
Yeah,
Museum, I think.
We're
Come on
going
then.
to British Museum.
Let's go, chicken.
Tesla.
Oh wow, yes, it is a Tesla. Watch out for bicycles, people, dogs, and the like.
They go swish, 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 swish.
Cross over, Jazzy. Not sure about that. I think that might fit the definition of inconsiderately parked. That is okay, all parked up neatly. You know what's amazing, right? Is as I understand it, there's no operator license for these bikes, the bike hire schemes. So there's nothing limiting the number of them. They could just pile up on the streets. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think the whole sort of electric bikes, even the whole dockless bike thing is a great idea. But I think a little bit more regulation and a bit more control would not be bad. Especially if they're just going to be left everywhere. There you go, Jazzy, British Museum. Right, let's go find somewhere to... Oh, more inappropriately parked bicycles. Jasper's quite keen to see the mummified Egyptians. That's not Egypt, that's Japan, monkey. Here we go, here's a map. Alright, let's go to the Egypt bit then, okay? There's actually a little test I want to do here at some point. We'll have to wait until this one is not moaning all the time. But it wants to be somewhere loud like this, because usually I can never have an interview in an environment like this. In my backpack, I've got a little mic that I can hold. I want to see if I can get clear audio out of it in this environment.
Well,
so that next time at fully charged, I know what I'm doing. That's the plan. So this is the microphone that I'm going to be testing to see if I could conduct an interview in a sort of environment like this where the background noise is talking.
And if I talk at just normal volume like that, which is probably about the same volume as everybody else around here, it'll be interesting to see which one it picks up. You're talking at a higher volume than everybody else, so just reduce your volume to as if we're having a normal conversation rather than talking into camera, and then see what it does.
I don't think I'm capable of talking quietly anymore. This is where I realised I didn't press record on the microphone yet.
I hope you have.
This could work and also feel a little bit overly professional for my surroundings, so let's wrap this up. Well done for being good, monkey. Try not to pull too many silly faces while you sit down there. It's amazing to think there's a real person in there that died thousands of years ago.
It looks scary.
Really? Because that was somebody's coffin. That's why there's a real skeleton in there. Well, that's got to be about the quickest trip to the British Museum I've ever done. Just, you know, 5-year-old attention spans. Can't wait for him to be 6. Only a couple of weeks now.
I don't think we dare go in there.
Why?
Why? Because if we go in there, I reckon we're going to both, between us, come out about $5 grand lighter in total.
Oh, that's unacceptable. I know. I'm just looking at the folding bikes, Jazzy. I'm very taken.
All those lots and lots of folding bikes that are literally across the road away.
I know, and they're tiny as well. I so could. Well, unfortunately, I spent my folding bike fund on this camera. Cheers, Mark.
Have
Till
a good
next
one,
time.
yeah? See you next time. We'll do it
See
again.
ya.
Take care. Have fun.
Bye.
See you later.
Right. Well, it was an awesomely fun day, if perhaps a little tiring. I do think that the initial purchases of Teslas, you know, the ones that really did take a punt on the first car ever made by a brand new American auto manufacturer, I do think they've benefited from a substantially better service than they might otherwise have got. Partly because Tesla wasn't really in the business of making money. They were in the business of generating hype, which brings in investment, which was their cash flow. Now, of course, they're into, you know, proper serious production of Model 3. Production is ramped, etc., etc. And what that means is they have to start behaving like a grown-up company. They need to make profit. I mean, Tesla always try and do things a bit differently, so that really shouldn't be a surprise to anyone much. And hopefully it'll work, and where it doesn't work, I have no doubt they will adjust things in an attempt to make it work. Oh, almost back to the car. I'm going home, I'm gonna have a great big coffee. You better believe that. All right, check in. Let's go to the car. Try and find an elevator because I'm knackered. Whoops! Oh, we're in luck. One thing I can tell you, Tesla will try to provide the best service they can, with the proviso that they do actually need to make money and they want to not go bust, which is great, because if they go bust they won't be doing any servicing or warranty work or anything. I think the loaner thing is a bit tricky because the service centres aren't like in every local town and village. You know, for me it's 50 miles away. If they want it for 2 days, I've got to get a car for those 2 days. Now if they want to rent me a Model S or loan me a Model S but charge me for it, oh, maybe I could live with that. But I would definitely need a car for any kind of service that took longer than 1 day. And it would have to be quite a short day because I usually have to go pick up Jasper, you know, halfway through the afternoon from school. I've got to book in, I want to book in a swap the wheels, get new tyres, kind of back onto the winter tyres is the idea, and the 19-inch wheels. So I'd have booked that in way ahead of time, so for like October or something. I'm sure it will be fine. Right, I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog post. If you have, remember to give it a like and share it and subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you don't already, and I will see you in the next episode of my vlog. Bye. Jasper, you're not helping here, monkey. Thank you.
I think the problem is...
You're very cute though. Somebody's had too much sugar. Come back and get them another time.
We do.
But, you know, I'm preempting things. Maybe that won't be the case. I hope it isn't.